Hello, I'm going to show you how to upload your photos only assignments. So there's two ways that you're going to be doing that. One is through the text message that's going to get sent out to you, and the other is through our IANet portal that you'll access through our website right here. So we'll start with the text message link process because that's going to actually be the primary upload method. So if everything goes perfectly, all your photos only assignments will go through that link. If something happens to where the link doesn't work, or if you inspect a vehicle in an area where you don't have cell service, you would take the photos and then come back and upload them through the portal. We'll go through the primary method first, which is the link in the text message, and then we'll go through the portal. So this is an example of one of the text messages you may get. You're going to have the insurance company listed first. This was set up from a test file, so there's no insurance company showing, but instead of starting in the middle of a sentence, you'll have Erie Insurance, Berkeley One, Liberty Mutual, whoever the carriers that sent us the assignment has requested images of your vehicle. You'll have that phone number to call for questions. And then really the main differentiators are going to be the claim number and the owner name. That's how you'll be able to tell these apart. If you do get multiples of these at once, if you're in a high volume area where you're getting lots of photos only assignments, the claim numbers are going to be the unique identifiers. Our system requires that claim numbers are not duplicates, so they must all be unique. For most assignments, the owner name will be the easier way. It is possible for there to be multiple assignments for the same owner. Multi-vehicle claims are possible if there's a storm, for example, and an owner has two vehicles in their policy. You may be sent out to go and take pictures of both of them. So to make sure we don't get them mixed up, the claim number will be unique, but you can use the owner name for most assignments. And then the main thing here is also going to be this link. So that claim leader link will take you to the web view for the upload process. You may have heard this referred to as the app or the Photos Only app. There's no app that you download, so you're not going to download anything from the Apple App Store or the Android Play Store. It's going to be this link here that launches your phone's mobile browser. So it's going to take you to this page. They're going to look the same, but they're actually going to be unique for each assignment. So the link you click on is going to match the assignment that these photos go to. So that's why that claim number and owner name is important. Even though these are going to look the same, these are going to send the photos to different assignments depending on the link you click on. So this is the start page. It'll kind of walk you through that process here with this intro info. And then once you hit start, it'll take you to this next page here, which is the first of 18 steps telling you what angle of the vehicle to take the photos of. So front, right, front, left, all that's going to have you go around. Then it'll ask for photos of the VIN, of the mileage, of the license plate, all that good stuff. Once you hit take photo, the first time you do it, if you're on an Android, it's going to ask you if you want to use your camera or upload from your gallery. I'm not entirely sure if that process is the same on an iPhone, but it should at least prompt you to take the photos through your phone's camera, since that's how it's designed. I just know for a fact on Android you get that option of using a gallery. So you're going to select your phone's camera, and then you'll be able to take the photo, send it through, and then proceed to the next step. Once you go through all 18, you're going to get this thank you message at the end letting you know that it's been completed. This is going to go ahead and complete the assignment on the back end, so it's not just a friendly thank you message, but it is actually going to do a couple things. So it's going to submit the assignment from you. It's going to move it to audit on our end so that they can send it up to the carrier. It's going to move it out of your work list in the portal, which we're going to look at in a second, and then it's going to go ahead and complete it for you. One thing I do want to point out is we don't want to go back from this page. I have heard from appraisers in the field that that'll actually undo their progress, where it'll unsend those photos. So what you want to do is just go ahead and close out the tab. This is what it looks like in Google Chrome on an Android. I believe that Safari or whatever app you use on iPhone, or if you're just using a different mobile browser altogether, will have a different method for closing your tabs. But for whatever that is, you're just going to want to close the tab, and that will pull you out of the process so there's no more accidents. Once you get this page, you're done with the process, and good job. If for whatever reason, like I said, you did have to take those photos through your phone's camera directly due to like no network connection at the inspection location, you'll upload those through our IANet portal, which I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do now. So one thing that I'm going to point out that's really important is the upload process through the portal only works in Microsoft Edge. So that's going to be this blue and green swirl down here. That's Microsoft's default browser. It should already be installed on every Windows computer. It comes installed by default. If not, you can just search Microsoft Edge install on whatever other browser you have if you happen to get rid of Edge. But to upload photos through the portal, you have to use Edge. The upload tool we use only launches from that browser. So if you're in Chrome, Firefox, or anything else, you're going to get a message saying that you're in an unsupported browser and asking you to switch to Edge. So to get to the portal, we're going to go to ianetwork.net. I'm already there, but that'll take you to our beautiful company webpage, and then you're going to go ahead and click login. That'll take you to our login page. Your credentials should have been provided to you by vendor services when they set you up in our system. If not, you can give them a call or give our tech support team a call and we can get you those credentials. You'll just go ahead and type those in, or if you've already logged in before and saved them, you can select your credentials here and hit sign in. Once you're logged in, it's going to take you to your dashboard here. To access the upload process, it is going to be from your work list. So that is going to house your active assignments. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. These other two queues here for waiting items and completed. Waiting items is not really going to be something you're going to use for photos only assignments unless something went wrong and we need to send it back to you for more photos, which as long as you follow the instructions, that should not be the case. But once you get that final page that we looked at before in the mobile process, it's actually going to move it to your completed queue where you'll still be able to see it. Hopefully you won't need to do anything with it there, but it's not removed from your view completely. It's just going to be moved out of your work list since you're no longer working on it. So from the work list, you're going to locate the assignment that you have the photos for, and then you're going to move over to the right, and this upload column here will have your upload button. You're going to go ahead and click on that to launch the assignment workflow, which is our upload process. So this is still based off of standard auto inspection process where there would be an EMS, which is generated by the estimating platform. If you're only doing this for photos only, we're going to go ahead and skip this and go to step 2. Or you can also use these arrows at the top to navigate forward and back. I just like the preciseness of the buttons, but whichever one you prefer. And then we're going to hit upload image and document. So this is where the process will break if you're not in Edge. But if you are in Edge, you're going to get this prompt to open File Connect. If you don't have it installed, it is going to prompt you to download File Connect and install it. I use it every day for our internal processes, but I removed it so I can show you the install process. So the first time it's going to give you this. After that, it's just going to go ahead and launch the tool, and I'll show you what that looks like as well. So for this one, we're going to go ahead and hit install. I'm just going to go ahead and download it for you. But once it's complete, it's going to go ahead and take you to this screen here. I believe the first time you install it on a new machine, you're actually going to get a few more prompts. This one was a faster upload, I believe, because I already have it. You're going to get a prompt from your Windows security saying that it's unsure about the app's developers. It's from us, I promise. So what you're actually going to do is hit more info. It's going to be underlined towards the top left, and that'll give you the additional prompt to run anyway rather than cancel. And then you're going to get another prompt for the security certificate that's going to allow you to connect to our server. So that's just your key, so to speak, to access our server for uploads through this tool. So once you've got it installed and set up, it's going to take you to a default upload location that you're most likely not going to have any photos in. So this will be blank on your first time and you'll just hit change directory. That'll bring up this navigation window where you can expand your libraries and go to wherever you have your photos on your computer. If they're connected to your computer, like if you took them on your phone, you have it plugged in, you'll go to this PC and then open up the device for your phone and then navigate through into your photos location there. If you've copied them to your PC, you'll go to wherever you have them saved. So I have some sample photos in this folder here under my pictures location. Once you open that folder, it's going to give you these little previews here. You'll click on them to select them, or you can hit select all if everything in that folder is what you want to upload, and then hit upload. And again, it'll look like it's not doing anything, but give it a few seconds and it will catch up. And then once it's done, you'll get this success message. You can hit OK. You won't see anything here because this window's not aware you've just uploaded. If we hit this blue refresh button, now we can see all the photos we just sent through. That all looks good. We're going to go ahead and try to complete. The way the process is currently set up now is it doesn't let you complete it without filling out a summary form. This is still a holdover from our auto assignments, but it shouldn't take you more than 20 seconds to fill out this info. So we don't need every field filled out. What you're looking for are these fields with an asterisk next to it. If you want to highlight it extra, you can click the arrow, and that's actually going to go and highlight all the boxes red. So instead of entering the location email address, which we don't need, you can just choose owner is not selected as shop from no email reason, because that is true. Date of inspection will be just whenever you went to see the vehicle. So let's say I saw it yesterday. Total loss indicator, you can just go ahead and select repairable since that's not going to be determined based off of just the photos. Damage consistent with facts of loss, we'll select yes. Days to repair has to be a numerical value that's greater than 0, so that means 1. Drivable, we'll just basically choose the first option, except for this one. No copy given out because we don't have an estimate, but for all the rest, we're just going to go ahead and choose the first option, except for agreed price, no. So there's a few conditions to selecting the first option. Some of these we want to be as nondescript as possible since there was no estimate being written, so some of this info we won't know yet. Primary damage, we'll just do all over because that one doesn't matter. Gross appraisal, we have to put in a value, so we'll just do 0. That way they match here, net and gross. And at the bottom, we're going to do photos only assignment, and then we'll save that. And one of these fields was missing. So actually none of these fields were missing, it just did encounter an error. And that's something you shouldn't see. I ran through another test earlier with this and it went through just fine. Go ahead and hit save report again and it should go through. That green box at the bottom means that we can now go to complete. This process actually has verification for EMS files and an estimate PDF. Since we don't have those, we're going to override content check, and then the reason is going to be photos only. Since that's the reason why we don't have an EMS or an estimate, and then we're going to hit complete. So that window will close after we hit complete. Again, just like uploading the photos, this page is not aware we just uploaded them until we hit refresh. So the one that we sent through was this middle one right here, 1268309. We're going to refresh. Now it is gone because it is in our completed queue, 1268309, meaning that it has been finished. And then you're done with that photos upload. Once you get the process down, it really shouldn't take more than 2 to 3 minutes. Most of that actually just getting logged in and set up the first time. Once all that's been done, it shouldn't take you more than like 1 minute to upload photos. It's really not a long process. And this is only if the link in the text message doesn't work or you don't have network connection, something like that. One other main feature of the portal that you're going to be using is going to be status. So we do require a status update every 24 business hours to let us know that you're actively handling the file. It can be something as simple as left message. That way we know that you're actively attempting to contact the owner to schedule the inspection. And then once that's been done, you can let us know when the appointment's set for. So the way that this will work is you can choose from the drop down like I did and then make changes to that. So like let's say I was going out Monday, which would be 19th or whatever. And then, or you can just go ahead and type this in from scratch, whatever. And then when you hit update, it's going to send all of the updates that you have in that text box through, and it should reflect under last status. So actually I had to click update twice because the first time it didn't send it. Just like saving the summary report, hitting update the second time will force it to go through. Your confirmation is that you see what the messages you had reflected in this last status column. That's what our team is going to see in our diary, and then they'll know that that's what it is. If you do have questions, this is also a place that you can send those over to us. Our customer service team goes through all the quick statuses that they receive, and they'll pass that off to the appropriate team or send you an answer if they're able to assist you, depending on what it may be. Other than that, you won't really use the portal for anything else. A lot of these features are designed for auto files, so for photos only. Ideally, you won't even have to come to the portal. It'll all be handled through the link in your text message. But if you do, status and work list are really going to be the only two pages you use. Depending on where the files are at, you may still need to status them, even if you're able to upload them through the link, but that is everything for this. So I'll give you a few phone numbers and email addresses that you can contact just in case you have any other questions. Vendor services will be able to continue assisting you if you have any setup issues. And if you have any tech issues, like something's not working, you can send that to me, which is our tech support team, and we'll be able to reach out and assist you with any issues that you have. Thank you.